Hiking in the mountains, feasting on southern cuisine, relaxing in hot springs, and sampling craft beer are just a few of the activities in Asheville, all in the foreground of the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. Asheville is what some call Mountain South, a combination of welcoming southern hospitality and rugged mountain charm. One of the most popular things to do in Asheville is take in the beautiful fall foliage, so fall might be a great time to plan your trip here. Here are 10 things not to miss if you want a truly memorable Asheville experience. Number 1. Plan for some good food in restaurants. An Asheville itinerary is not complete without giving recommendations on where to eat. For breakfast, a solid choice is Biscuit Head. Their slogan is, "Put some South in your mouth," and that's exactly what you'll do here. Biscuit Head is a must-visit spot for the best Southern-style breakfast and brunch. Indulge in their Southern scramble with pimento cheese, caramelized onions, and tomato, served with a side of pimento cheese grits and a mouth-watering second-to-none biscuit. For lunch, a trip to Blackbird Restaurant is sure to give your taste buds classic North Carolinian fare, featuring delicious farm-to-table options, fresh catch of the day from coastal Carolina, and of course, plenty of local craft beer. Blackbird checks all the boxes. For dinner and perfect Southern cuisine, head to Tupelo Honey. They serve the most delicious large biscuits with honey and blueberry preserves, so basically perfectly Southern. Their scratch-made foods change seasonally because they use responsibly sourced ingredients as the foundation of every dish. For dessert, the Baked Pie Company may just be the world's best pie shop. You can order a flight of 3 different pies, so you get to try different flavors. The shop also gives off that small-town Southern charm. Number 2. Visit the Biltmore Estate. Known as America's largest home, the Biltmore Estate is a gorgeous mansion and property built by George Vanderbilt in the late 1800s. The entire estate takes up 8,000 acres of land in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a beautiful spot that is one of the top Asheville attractions. If visiting in the fall, Biltmore is the perfect place to experience an abundance of fall color. You can wander the Biltmore house on your own or arrange for specific guided tours. Once you're finished touring the Gilded Age mansion, it's time to explore the rest of the estate. The garden and greenhouse are located adjacent to the mansion, so head there next. This is a beautifully landscaped area with flowers and countless plant species inside the greenhouse. After touring the estate and the grounds, be sure to drop by the winery. You can take a tour of the underground cellars, sample several different types, and pick up a bottle of your favorite wine to take home. After the winery, enjoy some light fare at one of the many restaurants and cafes, or try some homemade ice cream at the creamery. Number 3. Check out Asheville's street art in the River Arts District. Asheville is known for its art scene, and you'll quickly understand why. The River Arts District is a creative hub along the French Broad River, and a must-visit spot for the best selection of murals. There's fun street art all over the place, like colorful murals painted on the side of buildings and under bridges, depicting the city's history. One of the most notable is Chicken Alley, which you can find on Carolina Lane and Woodfin Street. I also recommend stopping by the Flatiron sculpture downtown, created by local artist Reed Todd. You also won't want to miss the fantastic Dolly Parton wall, the lifelike Fox, and the Good Vibes Silo. There are also breweries, cafes, and music venues, making the River Arts District a great place to hang out while visiting Asheville. Number 4. Adventure on the French Broad. The French Broad is one of the oldest rivers in the world and winds its way past Asheville, providing a natural space for all kinds of outdoor activities and adventures. I'll recommend opting for a river sport on this historic river. There are a variety of activities including whitewater rafting, kayaking, floating, and belly-yaking. Their whitewater rafting tours on the French Broad River are the most popular and a super memorable activity for visitors to take part in. The lesser-known activity of belly-yaking was actually invented in Asheville. It's a face-first kayak-type ride, using special paddle gloves to maneuver through the rapids. Number 5. Explore downtown. Now is the time to take in the epicenter of Asheville. Stroll through Lexington Avenue to see the clothing shops, cafes, bookstores, vintage apparel, and art boutiques. Other highlights of downtown include the French Broad Chocolate Company, a chocolate lover's paradise, Grove Arcade, a preserved Art Deco historic building that houses the perennial favorite, the Battery Park Book Exchange, and Asheville Pinball Museum, an all-you-can-play arcade that features classic pinball machines. If you want more structure to your stroll through downtown, you can opt to do the Urban Trail, a 1.7-mile walking trail with 30 landmarks to explain downtown Asheville's history and architecture. You can get a map of the walk at Pack Place on Asheville's Pack Square. Number 6. Drink local craft beer. Asheville is known as Beer City, USA, because Asheville has more microbreweries per capita than anywhere else in the U.S. So if you're coming to Asheville, you have to try some beer. You can choose to do a tour with a company like Asheville Brewing Tour and sample a few different breweries. Or you can park yourself at one brewery and just chill for a few hours. If you're opting for the chill option, some of the most popular breweries in town are Burial Beer, Green Man, Catawba, Wicked Weed, and Lexington Avenue Brewery. Each brewery has its own unique character, from strong hoppy IPAs to dark stouts to fruity raspberry ales. You're bound to find something you'll love. Number 7. Forage at No Taste Like Home. If you are looking for an activity off the beaten path, aside from the usual microbrew and music and art scene, you must experience No Taste Like Home. This is an experience that allows guests to learn as they experience foraging firsthand. At No Taste Like Home, expert guides bring you through a forest area that is truly quintessential Asheville. You'll be able to pick your own food from the forest, then return to their kitchen to try cooking what you've collected. Number 8. Drive the Blue Ridge Parkway. This is one of the most incredible places to visit on your trip to Asheville. Even more incredible is a fall trip to the Blue Ridge Parkway, and this is something that should be at the top of your bucket list. This national parkway, an all-American road, is part of the Appalachian Mountains, and one of the most scenic drives in the country. The Blue Ridge Parkway actually stretches through both Virginia and North Carolina. It is full of viewpoints, hiking trails, historic sites, and so much more. Along with hundreds of hiking trails, the parkway includes sections of the Appalachian Trail, one of America's classic long-distance hikes that stretches from Georgia to Maine. So while driving the Blue Ridge Parkway, stop at one of the many hikes they offer to stretch those legs and take in the scenery. Number 9. Climb Mount Pisgah. One of the best things to do is hike up the trail at Mount Pisgah, which is easily accessible via the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's about a 45-minute to an hour-long hike to reach the top. While it's not exactly an easy hike, it's not too difficult either. The hike is about 1.2 miles to the top, and there are plenty of places to rest along the way, and the resulting views of the Blue Ridge Mountains are well worth the effort. After hiking up Mount Pisgah, you're sure to work up an appetite. Stop at Pisgah Inn to grab a meal and a drink. Head out to their observation deck while you wait for a table. They have plenty of rocking chairs where you can kick back and soak in the amazing views. Number 10. Day trip to the hot springs. If you're looking for some good old-fashioned R&R on your trip to Asheville, then you may want to add in a day trip out to the town of Hot Springs, North Carolina. It's not just a clever name, as the small town is home to some amazing hot springs. It's about a 45-minute drive from downtown Asheville, and it's well worth it. The Hot Springs Resort and Spa has amazing mineral baths and spa services. After a busy couple days of exploring the city, a nice massage and a soak in the hot springs is just what you need. There are so many things to do in Asheville, but visiting the places on this list will make for a complete trip. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe even consider supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist, and then visit the channel to search the Recollection Road Library. As always, thank you so much for watching.